Hi, I'm Lauren. Welcome to Lauren's Kitchen and Garden. Today I'm going to show you a very quick, easy recipe for chicken tacos. So we can do this one of two ways. You can do it the way I'm going to do it, which is to put your chicken and all the ingredients in a pot and leave it cook in the oven for a few hours while you do some work in the other room. Or you can get a pressure cooker and put the same ingredients in that pressure cooker and then let it sit for about 30 minutes in the pressure cooker and then let it cool to shred. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to go over the ingredients, which are very few. We're going to need a couple of chicken breasts, chicken thighs if you like those better, do just fine. I've got 1 lime, 1 medium onion, a jar of salsa, some salt, some fajita seasoning, and some homemade chicken broth that I have left over. You can use the stuff in a box, beef broth, chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever works for you. If you don't have any of those things, you can just put some water in there. So about a cup of water if you do. The first thing I want to do is prep my vegetables, which aren't, many. I'm going to chop my onion into, maybe about 1-inch size chunks. I feel like that's my standard. I pretty much am always doing the same. There, about 1/2-inch chunks. And I'm going to just put those right in the pot. Put my lemon off to the side. That's my vegetables. 1 vegetable. I usually like to throw a bunch of cilantro in there, and I'll just chop the stems off the cilantro, but I was at the grocery store today, and I forgot the cilantro. Next, we're going to take our chicken breast, and we are going to lightly season with some salt. If you are one who likes to measure, I would say maybe a quarter of a teaspoon per chicken breast. And then I also like to take this fajita seasoning or taco seasoning, whichever one works for you. I like the fajita seasoning. And then I sprinkle that on there too. Just coat that really nicely. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Ta-da! Put those in the pot. I'm not going to cut them up. You can cut them into smaller pieces if you have less time and you need to cook them faster. But I've got a couple of hours, so I'm just going to do that. So I've got my onions on the bottom, my chicken breast on top. I have a jar of red gold salsa, mild, because my family doesn't like spicy. I do. They don't. You can use any jar of salsa that you like. I'm going to put the whole jar in there. And then I'm going to fill that jar up about halfway with some water. Now that I've got half a jar of water, I'll just put that right in there with it. And also about half a lime. Squeeze a lime into there. All right, my hands are really covered in seasoning now. And I'm going to actually save the other half of the lime for our guacamole, which will be my next recipe. So now we've got all of our ingredients in the pot. Put the lid on it, set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, put this in the oven and leave it cook for about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. When it comes out, the liquid will have cooked down quite a bit and your chicken should be shreddable. So you're going to be able to take that out of the oven, shred your chicken right up, and then put it in a bowl ready for taco night. In my next video, I'll show you how I do guacamole, but we'll also be doing a cup of rice and some tortillas, some sour cream. We'll do all the ingredients and I'll show you how that's done when I come back to you. Okay, so here we are going to shred the chicken up. It's all been cooked. It's easily shreddable and you should mix in the liquid until it all seems to kind of come together. And now it's basically ready for tacos.